The Lone Star State takes over Monday Night Football as the Dallas Cowboys host the Houston Texans. And my goodness, could the Texans use this one to start a little roll before their bye week? With the Cowboys, the Titans, and the lowly Jaguars before the bye week, you get on a roll with those three victories, and then you get two of the final four after the bye week, and you're sitting pretty if you're the Houston Texans. You want to get greedy, get 3 out of 4 after the bye week. But before you get to the bye week, before you get to Tennessee and Jacksonville, you got the Dallas Cowboys in this Monday Night Football matchup. I think Monday Night Football is the best when it comes to primetime games. And if the Texans want to win, they're going to need big-time performances from non-stars to get it done. That's the backbone of Who Better Ball, presented by my friends at BetUS. YouTube 150 is the code to get you a 150% bonus, up to $2,000 on your first deposit. So non-stars for each team that need to show up and have a big day if their team wants to win. And for the first time ever in Who Better Ball history, you'll remember this moment. A non-player is in Who Better Ball, and we start with him. A guy that actually can't catch the ball or run it or throw it or make a tackle is in Who Better Ball. And we start with Texans offensive coordinator Bobby Slowick. Slowick is not having a good season right now as the offensive coordinator. Yes, the offensive line has made things very, very difficult for Bobby Slowick. But even when they have played okay, Slowick's had some rough performances. The Texans haven't scored a second half touchdown since they played the New England Patriots. They have had issues with consistency all season long. But when they had Nico Collins in the lineup and the start of the season, they were near the top and even spent some time as the league leader in passing. So it was going pretty good there to start, and then things haven't been going good since for the Texans. Well, Nico Collins is back. No Stefon Diggs, but it's time for Bobby Slowick to adjust, reach in the bag of tricks, though no trick plays, but reach into the bag and get better as an offensive coordinator. Trust C.J. Stroud more. It felt like he didn't trust Stroud as much as he should have in the loss to the Detroit Lions. Trust your franchise quarterback if you're Bobby Slowick. Do whatever you can to get Joe Mixon going in this game after he couldn't get going in the game against the Detroit Lions. Make sure you find a way to get somebody besides Nico Collins the football and take a little pressure off of 12 as he makes his return to the lineup. Bobby Slowick's got to have a big day with the headset. No ill-timed reverses or end-arounds, no silly trick plays. Remember against the Jets with Joe Mixon on second down trying to throw a pass to C.J. Stroud. None of that. Dial it up, get it going against a defense that is ripe to be scored on, and get this offense feeling good. Get that big sigh of relief, like, okay, we can do this. We can do this, because the performance that the offense has been having the past few weeks has many people questioning, can they do this? And I know it's the Dallas Cowboys. I know it's a lowly opponent, but you've got to do it against who's on the schedule. And if this could be the start of a nice little 3-week stretch where the offense starts building and putting things together, go a long way into easing the concerns that a lot of people have for the Texans on offense. So offensive coordinator Bobby Slowick, go out there, have a big day with the headset. And I do believe they're going to have a big day offensively. I don't like the Cowboys' chances in this matchup. You can get this game over at BetUS. YouTube 150 is the code for a 150% bonus up to $2,000 on your first deposit. I like the Texans in this one. I know a 7.5 point seems big for a team that's had offensive troubles, but the Cowboys are indeed right now that bad. I also like the Texans team total on this one. So how about we're getting plus money on this. So how about 25 on this? And then for the Texans team total, hey, you got to risk a little bit more to get your money back. How about 35 gets us just over 26 when we do that? A couple of wagers for this one. And again, YouTube 150 is the code to get that 150% bonus up to $2,000 on your first deposit with my friends at BetUS. So team total for the Texans, and the Texans to win this one by more than 8 points, or 8 or more points, I should say. I like that. Don't you like that? If you do like that, BetUS is where you can get that. Now for the Cowboys. Okay, if they're going to have a chance here, they got to have massive performances from not only their stars, but they got to have somebody have a huge performance that's not a star. How about the guy they named running back 1 this week, Rico Dowdle? And some of you might have had Rico Dowdle stashed on your bench, hoping that the Cowboys finally get the rushing attack going and maybe just give the ball to him. They haven't done that. It's been unimpressive on the ground for Dallas. They basically can't run the football very well at all. But if all of a sudden they decided that they could and got things going on the ground, remember, the Lions started to be able to move the football when they were able to run the football against the Texans last week. So if Dowdle had a big game, maybe a career game, then yeah, of course, the Cowboys are going to have a shot to win this and probably do win this if Dowdle has a big enough day. But to even hang around, he's got to be good. Not only from just a moving the football perspective, because they don't have Dak Prescott, their starting quarterback, but also keeping the Texans off the field, wearing down the Texans defense. If Dowdle can have a big day, the Cowboys got a shot to stick around and hang around in this one. It's going to be really difficult for them to win, though. But Dowdle with a big day, they might have a shot. How about a defensive player for the Cowboys? How about somebody in the secondary that's not Travon Diggs? Okay, Diggs is their only notable secondary player because Deron Bland hasn't played this season. Jordan Lewis isn't playing in this one, who's another one of their impressive corners. And Diggs is the only guy that kind of scares you in the secondary. So somebody else has to step up in the secondary. The Texans are going to throw the ball. The Texans are going to try to get Nico Collins moving and back to form, like when he was the NFL's leading receiver when he went down with the hamstring injury. So they're going to put it in the air. Well, you got to go out there and make a play if you're one of those other players in the secondary for the Dallas Cowboys. And if you do make a play, maybe the Cowboys got a chance to hang around in this one. We know that Diggs is good. Unfortunately, he doesn't get to play against his brother. I know that was a fun storyline for this one, but Stefon Diggs' season-ending injury kept that from happening. But who else is good in that secondary? You don't have to be good forever. Just be good on Monday for the Cowboys if they want to have a chance to hang around and win this one. We gave you Bobby Slowick for the Texans to get this thing started. How about a defender over on the Texans side to finish this thing up? Danico Autry, the defensive end, who's going to get some snaps in place of Will Anderson, who's not playing because he's got the ankle injury. Autry's kind of got the engine revving here the past few weeks. He was pressuring Jared Goff really well, had a couple of nice moments against the Jets the week before. He obviously had the late start to the season, but he's starting to get it going now. And having not played a ton of football to start the season, as he knocks all the rust off and really gets going, he can go pedal to the metal because you're only guaranteed 7 more games this season. Okay, you play one playoff game, that's 8. Maybe you got 9, 10, 11 when this is all said and done. But pedal to the metal for Danico Autry. He doesn't have to worry about managing reps or anything like that. He had that slow start. He's finally rounding into form. He is a really impressive pass rusher for this Texans team. He'll rush from the edge. They drop him inside a little bit to rush from the defensive tackle spot sometimes as well. There's a lot to like about what Autry's brought to the table, and the Texans made a significant investment in him in the offseason to have him round out that pass rush. And on the off chance that you didn't have a Will Anderson for a couple of weeks, that's why you've got a Danico Autry. And he has to have a nice day to help out Danielle Hunter, to help out those defensive tackles that have gotten some push. Get out there, get after whatever the Cowboys have out there at quarterback. Cooper Rush, maybe they go to Trey Lance. Doesn't matter. Autry's getting to him. He should have a big day against the Dallas Cowboys. What say you? Who better ball in this matchup? Let me know in the comment section down below. On your way down there, thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And, of course, don't forget BetUS with the code YouTube150 when you get signed up for that 150% bonus up to $2,000 on your first deposit. It's Monday Night Football. What more can you ask for? Love Monday Night Football, my favorite primetime game. I love the booth for Monday Night Football. It's going to hopefully be an impressive offensive showing for the Houston Texans. If not, we'll have plenty of time to talk about that. But I don't believe we're going to be talking about that. I believe we're going to be talking about the Texans getting things rolling offensively. And if not, well, you know where to find us post-game right here on YouTube. Appreciate you watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. I can't wait until we talk Texans again soon.